Hello, my fellow Alaskans. We are here today at the We Back the Blue rally in Anchorage, Alaska. We're here once again to show support for our men and women in blue who do such a thankless job on a daily basis. That they're out here to show them that they have the respect of Alaskans. We have a mayor and assembly that is working hard to try to pass another ordinance that is going to once again hamstring our men and women in blue. Even after they had already said they weren't going to do anything with the previous one, they decided to refile another ordinance. And don't forget to like and share this video. People are beginning to show up here slowly but surely. It is a rainy day out here. I am amazed at the amount of people that have decided to come out and brave the weather. I am one of them. If you're in the Northern Lights and New Seward area, come on out right now. Join us Alaskans that are standing up for our men and women in blue. We're here to support them and to show them that they have the love of Alaskans that they certainly are not feeling anywhere else, but especially down in the lower 48. Really disturbing hearing about the police officers that were ambushed in California there and were shot. And then last night we had two more officers that were shot in the line of duty in over Breonna Taylor, you know, the one that is works hand in hand with drug dealers, lost her job in 2016 because a homicide was committed in a car that she had rented. So when they start to tell you all these lies about stuff that's going on out there about her and why the police officers were let off and why only one of them has received any charges, and it had nothing to do with Breonna Taylor and what happened in that house. It was all because his bullets went into adjoining apartments that were next door to that where the raid was going on. The eyewitnesses out there confirmed that neighbors confirmed they had knocked before they had entered, but Breonna Taylor's boyfriend decided to start shooting at the police, injuring one of them, and that was when the police began to shoot back once again at them. Let's dispel another myth while we're at it. Breonna Taylor was not in her bed like they are claiming. She was in the hallway when she was shot after her boyfriend had shot at the police. He ran down the hall and basically hid behind her, using her as a shield while the police were shooting back. The full story of reason why those police officers weren't charged for everything or anything, it's out there if you know where to look. The links are there. You can read all about the case. You can read all about the investigation that had been going on for years for the drug trade that they were in the middle of doing for crack and methamphetamines and fentanyl and you name it, the drugs that were going through, that her and her ex-boyfriend and all the transcripts of the police interviews and all the times that Breonna Taylor had gone to the jail to talk to her ex-boyfriend, the drug dealer, that she was caught up in the middle of. It is unfortunate that she lost her life. That was a real tragedy. I will admit that. Nobody deserves to lose their lives, especially for making the mistake in life to hang out with the wrong kind of people. If you are in Anchorage and you are near Northern Lights and New Seward, pull on in, come and join the Blue Lives Matter that are out here today, the Alaskans that are standing up for our men and women in blue. We have Robbins running for mayor there. He's got his Blue Lives Matter sign, flag. We need to make sure that our mayor, you won't find the mayor showing up for this event here today. The mayor himself is too much of a coward. He would rather show up to where the Black Lives Marxists that had taken over downtown, and he decided that speaking at their event, and several of the assembly members speaking at their event, was more important than being at one of these rallies, showing the support for our APD and our Alaskan police officers and our police officers around the USA, as they are doing such a thankless job being attacked and terrorized. And it is just absolutely disgusting what is going on in the USA today with all the different people out there. Again, don't forget to like and share. We are here at the Back to Blue rally on Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you're in the area, come and stop on down. We will be down here until 6:30 this evening. There is also a big freedom rally that'll be starting at Cabela's. I think it begins at noon. Don't quote me on that. Later on this evening, I will post a post for the freedom rally that is going on. And I'd also like to take note that we've still got a fight going on down at Providence Hospital, still denying the parents their ability to be able to get in to go and see their daughter or anybody else that may be with inside of the hospital. Once again, pushing their agenda, saying that it's just not safe enough. They gave him 1 hour last week and then kicked him out and says he's no longer allowed to come in and see his daughter again. Absolutely disgusting what is going on. I understand that Save Anchorage is going to be down at Providence Hospital on Sunday, holding a rally to show support for him and what is going on down there. We are here in Anchorage, Alaska at the Back to Blue rally. Lots of Alaskans have shown up on this very dreary and rainy day that is going on right now. You can see the love that we have as Alaskans for our APD and our police departments that we have around our state, whether they be the BPSOs or the state troopers to just our local police departments. We do love our police officers. They do have a thankless job. They have been targeted out there by the far left. They want to defund the police. They would think that they don't need any help. If you don't have police officers, there won't be any crime. There won't be any killings. Look at how well that is working out around the USA right now for all those cities that are defunding their police. Their crime rates have gone up. Their murder rates have gone up. The violence is skyrocketing through the roof. It is just absolutely horrifying to think that they would be willing to get rid of our police department. Again, don't forget to like and share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't. If you're down in the area, I also have the Make Alaska Great Again hats here for sale. I brought a handful of them down with me for those who may want one. I am running the red, white, and blue theme here today on my tripod for my camera to show that I have our support for the United States of America, and I back our men and women in blue. Howdy, howdy. Again, don't forget to like and share. We're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're here for the Back the Blue rally that is happening here today. If you're in the area, come and stop on by. Come show your support. Thank you all for joining us here today. We are at the Back to Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska, corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you're in the area, come on down. Show your support. If you got a flag, bring your flag. If you got a sign, bring your sign. We're here to show our men and women in blue throughout our state, throughout the USA, that we have their back. We love the job that they do. Without them, the terrorists, the anarchists would be overrunning our cities, just like we're seeing where they are defunding the police down in the lower 48. When I first showed up here, just a handful of people, and this crowd is beginning to grow steadily now. I'm hoping to see at least 100 people show up on this dreary, miserable day. Facebook has done a good job of making sure that any advertisement of this rally that is going on, as I've been advertising it as protest, has been squelched. They want to make sure that people didn't know about this event. I'm seeing on a very consistent basis daily that Facebook is doing a good job of making sure that posts like this one, videos like this one don't get shared, that they're not reaching as many people. They have once again taken my reach and they reduced it down to about 100 of the same people every day. We have 3,000 plus followers on Politidic, yet our posts are only reaching 100 people each. Does that tell you anything? That's Facebook for you. That's what they do to you. They don't like the message you're giving. They don't like the agenda that you have. They shut it down. But if I was Black Lives Matter's group, I guarantee you I'd have thousands of views on this video before it was through. Tens of thousands of shares. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that their algorithms out there say we're just not going to allow that to happen. We're here on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway for the Back to Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska. Come on down if you're in the area. We'd love to see you. We got Robbins for mayor down here this afternoon. He's running for mayor to unseat that very far left Mayor Ethan Berkowitz. I shouldn't say unseat him since this is his last year in office. But we'll put it simply, bring some rationality and sanity back to Anchorage again. He's got conservative values. He's got a really strong stance when it comes to the police department. He's tired of watching them pass laws that are literally taking away any rights that the law-abiding citizen has. I'm sure you got to read on what I posted on this post about the ordinance that they had done about if your child thinks they're a potato and you go to get them help, they can come and take your child away from you. By God, that's what they call equal rights. Isn't that disgusting? I'm sure you all heard about Breonna Taylor and the verdict that came out from the judge yesterday. I have to laugh with all the people that are out there that are totally upset about the verdict that came out. Personally, I think they did a really good justice on that one. The one officer that had been previously let go prior to this, he is up on charges for endangerment and wanton endangerment. And that had nothing to do with what happened at Breonna Taylor's residence there. It had to do with the fact that they had shot into the apartment buildings that were the apartments right next to the one that she was in. If his bullets hadn't have gone into the other apartments, there wouldn't be a single officer have been indicted at all from that case. They're down there in the States right now, rioting, looting, burning their city down. Woo! 2 more police officers were shot last night there in the town that Breonna comes from. We had 2 more that were shot here recently in an ambush in California. Fortunately, they both survived it, but they were ambushed. Person came out in the middle of nowhere and just started shooting at them. This is not the only instance that this has happened. We've had several officers just overnight had been injured during the rioting and looting. They have put bans on them being able to be out there. If anybody doesn't know the full story about Breonna Taylor, I have posted a link onto this video that goes to the Candace Owens, and she breaks down what happened yesterday with the verdict towards the police officers. I promise you, watch the video and then go and research all the information she says to go and look at. The court case, the testimonies given by eyewitnesses, how long their investigation has been going on, why they still won't release the police investigation from currently what is happening. Why? Because the damn drug dealers, the ones that were doing all the meth and crack and everything else you could think of dealing out of the house that she was receiving packages at her location for, whose boyfriend she went and visited, who is in jail right now, the vehicle that she had rented with the homicide that cost her her job back in 2016. You know, the one that they claimed that she was a registered nurse. Oh, she had her life going for her. She had been fired 2 years prior to that, even before the shooting at her residence had even happened. Why did she get fired? Because she had rented a vehicle, said that she couldn't find the vehicle, and then the homicide victim was found inside of that vehicle. Facts matter. Another lie that the mainstream media likes to push out there is that she was sleeping in her bed. This is untrue. Police had knocked at the door. Residents that live around her had come out and talked to the police long enough to know what was going on and went back inside. They know for a fact, they've given testimony that they did knock on the door. They did announce themselves, even though they did have a no-knock warrant. This made them a little bit upset about the facts that were going on. But we're supposed to defend all of these terrorist organizations out there that are rioting, looting, and destroying the USA right now, all in the name of people that are drug dealers, rapists, pedophiles, violent, habitual criminals, and they put them up on pedestals and honor them, saying those that follow the laws are just not as important as the ones that are breaking them. Isn't that a sad world we live in now, thanks to that? Again, we're down here on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you're in the area, come on down, show your support. This was a very under-advertised event. Facebook made sure that anybody that had put out a notification that this event was going on, their post went absolutely no place. If you don't believe me, go back about a day and you will find the one that I had done on it. There's maybe 6 likes on it total. Out of 3,000 followers, 6 people liked the post. And I looked at the reach of how many of my 3,000 followers out there got to see that post. And Facebook tells me it only reached about 100, 200 people, and that was it. If all lives mattered, if Black lives mattered, if anybody's lives mattered, like Facebook wants to claim they'd support all causes, they would make sure that events like this get advertised everywhere, that the reach on these things get out there so that people know that they are going on. Come on down. We're here at the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're at the Back the Blue rally, supporting our men and women in blue, APD, VSPOs, the Alaska State Troopers, anybody that does the thankless job of trying to protect us out there in our cities and our towns, keeping us safe. once again, if you're down in the Anchorage area, you're near near Northern Lights and New Seward Highway, come on down.
AstroTurf. T-O-U-G-H. Not AstroTurf. Yeah, AstroTurf.
We are AstroTurf. I agree with you that. Mayor thinks we're AstroTurfing. He's far from telling the truth. But anybody that sits there and... We're at the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska, corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you are in the area, come on down, come and join us. Yes, it is raining, but you know, if you're a real Alaskan, what's a little rain? We are here in Anchorage, Alaska at the We Back the Blue rally, showing our men and women in blue that we support the thankless job that they do on a daily basis. Again, if you're down in the Northern Lights and New Seward Highways area, come and stop on by, join the crowd. It is sprinkling out here just a little bit, but it's not that wet. We're at the Back the Blue rally here on Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. Don't forget to like and share. Facebook is doing their ultimate best to try to make sure this video doesn't reach anybody. They don't like people showing their support for the police department, for the men and women that do a thankless job. Listening to the news most of the day, all the far left-leaning socialist mainstream media out there made sure not to talk about the 2 police officers that were shot last night. They only wanted to talk about their mostly peaceful protests that were happening. You know, the ones where they were starting fires, rioting and looting in their different communities. Portland went out of control once again. Can't forget about the 2 police officers that were ambushed last month in California. Shot at, both gravely injured. It was amazing that they walked away from that one still alive. We need to get out and we need to show our men and women in blue that we have their backs, especially here in Alaska, where we got a mayor and an assembly that's trying to pass ordinances that once again is going to hamstring our police department, deterring them from being able to safely do their job. Again, we're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. This was an extremely unadvertised event. Anytime I did any posting on this event that's happening here today, Facebook has done a very good job of squelching any reach for it, just like they're working to do on this video right now, making sure that you don't get to see what is going on. So that's why it's so important that you like and share things. Whenever it comes to an opinion that does not follow their agenda, they make sure these type of things don't reach anybody. I have watched my reach over the last 30 days, got cut in half. We've got certain, if I post on something that is what they consider coming from the left, especially if it's like from PBS's website or a CNN post or something like that, they'll let it reach thousands of people. But I post something that comes from anybody else, I mean literally anybody else, even my own website, they shut down the reach of these posts and make sure that they don't get to you all to be able to read them and see them. They don't want those opinions being shared. They want the media out there to only let the media that they like posts go anyplace. And it's always got to be the most controversial. Here I want to sit there and lie about this, lie about that. Just like they did with the Breonna Taylor case, they lied since day one. Come on down if you're in the Muldoon and New Seward Highway area. You live in Anchorage. We'll be here until 6:30 this evening. I am amazed at how many people have shown up out here today, especially knowing that this event has been shut down by Facebook and made sure not to be advertised. Not a single major news network out there had anything to say about this event. They have been keeping it on the down low. But I guarantee you, if this was those guys who think their lives are more important than the rest of the people that live in the United States of America, man, they would have had post after post after post going out there. Article after article. You got to be there. You got to show up. But anything that has to do with showing support for our APD and our men and women in blue, our state troopers, our BPSOs, our sheriff departments in the United States, any police officer organization out there, they completely sit there and stomp that down. They don't want Americans to see any sort of patriotism for the place that they live, where we live in the United States of America. They think our Constitution is something that should be buried and is a relic, and our government should have sole control over the decisions on where we go and what we do with our lives. I love that flag. Where did you find it? It was online. We are at the I Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska. Come on down. Not a whole lot. Just about like the rest of us, getting a little wet, but it's well worth it.
It's like with their conditioning.
Yes, conditioning. Exactly.
I've read up a lot on that. I had no idea.
Again, if you're in the mall, New Seward Highway and Northern Lights area here in Anchorage, Alaska, come on down for the I Back the Blue rally. Lots of people have shown up out here today, even though it is pouring swells, drizzling rain. This was an extremely under-advertised event. They made sure that we were not allowed to be able to be here. Facebook did everything in their power. Anybody that posted on this particular event, that those posts didn't go anyplace. For some reason, Facebook doesn't support the police in the United States. They think that anything that shows any support for our men and women in blue doesn't deserve any airtime. Thank you all for joining us here. I had to go put my hats away. They were getting soaking wet, and you know, and nobody wants to buy a soaking wet hat. We're here at the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska, corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you're in the area, come on down.
If all lives matter, blue lives matter too. Back the blue, you gotta back the blue, yeah. Sick and tired of the media trying to play with us. Ever since you got a badge, people wanna hate on you. Everybody saying that the police, but they the first ones to call when it's really some beef. Pedophiles that I feel for and stay strong. They're just trying to do a good job and go home. I don't want nobody mama singing slow songs, but people act like criminals ain't doing no wrong. 99% of officers are silent. Rappers making people hate police off for a profit. But when you get that call about your homeboy, someone shot him, tell me who you gonna call. Not a Ghostbusters, stop it. Gangs around the neighborhood, the police get abolished. Think about the sisters and the mothers and the fathers. Talk to a parent that lost her son to the streets. Ask her if she think we should defund the police. If you was born in the country, raised in the country, back the blue, you gotta back the blue, yeah. If all lives matter, blue lives matter too. Back the blue, you gotta back the blue, yeah. Sick and tired of the media trying to play with us. Ever since you got a badge, people wanna hate on you. Everybody saying that the police, but they the first ones to call when it's really some beef.
We're here at the Back the Blue rally on corner Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. If you're in the area, come and stop on down. The flag that I'm walking up on right now, this is in honor of all those folks that have lost their lives on 9/11. We're at the Back the Blue rally here on the corner of Northern Lights, New Seward Highway. Just a little wet out here today. Facebook did a good job of making sure that this event did not get advertised. Everywhere that I had posted it, the posts are going absolutely no place. They didn't want Alaskans knowing that this event was going on. Mainstream media completely ignored it. Channel 2 is the only one that's down here, and they have been filming on the backs of people all day long. They have yet to actually walk down to where I am right now, showing all of the signs and the support that is going for our men and women in blue around the United States and here in Alaska. Mayor Socialist Dictator Ethan Berkowitz, who's trying to pass more ordinances with his very far left assembly, is meant to hamstring our police department. We've already been through one battle with them already, showing up and protesting outside of the assembly chambers where they had locked us out, where they had passed, and by all accounts illegally passed, a new ordinance that takes the parental rights that we have away from us parents and giving it into the hands of the very far left, that if you happen to have a child that thinks they are a potato, you are not allowed to go and get them help to make sure that they're not the spud that they think they are. These folks will be out here for about one more hour from now until 6:30 this evening. I think this is a pretty darn good showing for the people that had shown up out here today. Save Anchorage, who's one of the people that have been advertising this. Everything and anything that has to do with their Facebook page has basically been shut down by Facebook. I personally have to go and track down their page just to go see what's being posted on it. I no longer receive any messages from that group. I used to get them almost daily. Just like anything that has to do with the view that does not match the far left agenda that's out there in our cities and towns around the United States of America, they make sure those point of views get shut down as quickly as they find them. Again, don't forget to like and share. Facebook hates it when you like and share. We're here at the Back the Blue rally in Anchorage, Alaska. Robbins for mayor was out here a little while earlier. These brave folks are dealing with the rain, getting soaking wet out here this evening. Again, come on down if you're in the Anchorage area. Northern Lights and New Seward Highway is where this Back the Blue rally is happening at right now. Don't forget to like and share. Facebook is making sure nobody gets to see this video. By now, I would have expected to have had at least 50 people watching. That just gives you guys kind of an aspect of how far they are pushing to make sure this video doesn't go anywhere. Last Back to Blue rally, I had close to 200 viewers on by this point in time. You can see the difference between what they were doing back then and what they're doing now. This event's been advertised for darn near a month. And you can see how much the advertising of this event has been able to reach Alaskans. It didn't. That's why I'm here, making sure I live stream every second of it. You can see the mainstream media news crew back there in the back corner. That's Channel 2. They're the only news station that has bothered to show up here today. Yet they have been filming the backs of everybody that is here. They have yet to actually go out in front of the group and even take this picture right here. They want to make sure that they don't show this in a positive light. I guarantee you when you go and read Channel 2's articles that they post on this later on, what they have on the news tonight is not going to be showing what this truly, the eventful event this really is. Here supporting Alaskans, supporting our Alaskan men and women in blue. Again, like I said, they're just sitting here in the background. They haven't yet to go up front. They've been back here the entire time. They're just showing the backs of people. So don't be surprised when you see tonight that they have on their newscast showing only the backs of people.
A line of red and a line of light to show.
Again, don't forget to like and share. Facebook hates it when you like and share videos like this. They want to make sure that Alaskans don't get to see this. They want to make sure that anybody that lives in the United States doesn't get to see this. They don't want to show anybody that actually shows support for the police department. But I guarantee you, if I was a Black Lives Matters Marxist out here telling them to defund the police to make sure that our men and women in blue get shot and killed and don't have no ability to be able to do their jobs, man, they would be making sure this video reaches hundreds and hundreds of people right now. And where's our good old mayor and assembly at? They are not here. Mayor and assembly are not have any inclination of wanting to support our men and women in blue. They would rather go and support a terrorist organization than to be out here showing that they have any patriotic spirit towards Americans at all. If you're just tuning in, we're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're here at the Back the Blue rally in Anchorage. This rain is definitely making it a chilly afternoon here, evening. Again, if you're in the area, come on down. You can see the only news crew that has shown up out here, which is KTUU. You'll probably catch their clip of this. They have been filming the backside of people here. They don't care to ask the majority of us Alaskans what we got going on out here. They would rather put out their own spin. As with most videos like this one, little over a month ago when they had the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, I had reached well over a couple hundred people watching at this point. And as you can see by the amount of people that are on this video, Facebook is making sure that this does not propagate out there. Oh, the news crew is finally showing up out into the front of the group. We'll see if they actually make any of this actually makes the news. Like I said, most of this event, oh look, they want to get the 3 people. They don't want to show the big group of people over there. They just want to show the 3 people. They've been filming the backside of everybody that's been here since they got here. It does have a point, and for the person that just posted, fuck the police, you know what you could go do with yourself? Exactly what you just said. To yourself. If you're here in Anchorage, Alaska, come on down. We're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We are filming the Back the Blue rally that is happening. As Facebook likes us to say, we are filming the protest that is happening. Because if more than 25 people show up, you're illegally meeting in the Anchorage area. Please click the link I posted on the post about Breonna Taylor. Candace Owens really breaks it down. Mainstream media has been lying to us all since day one. No surprise, no surprise. Don't forget to like and share. We're here in Anchorage, Alaska, in the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're here for the Back the Blue event that is happening, showing our men and women in blue that we support them and their thankless job that they do on a daily basis. And back around again one more time. Keep on going around in circles. I'm really good at doing that. Getting wet out here. I'm showing my support for our men and women in blue. Woo! Facebook has done a really good job of making sure that this event did not reach anybody. I have posted on it several times now. Every single time the post has only reached about 100 to 200 people. And when you got 3,000 followers on your page, you would think that it would reach a hell of a lot more than just that. Oh, looks like we picked up a few trolls on this feed today. That's unfortunate. We're here at the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska. Don't forget to like and share. We're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We'll be here until 6:30 this evening. If you're in the area, come on down, show on up. We're at the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska, corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway, showing that our Anchorage Police Department, that we support our APD, that we support the men and women in blue throughout our state, whether it be VSPOs or the state troopers down to the local police departments. We support them here in Alaska and throughout the United States for a very unadvertised event. And I say unadvertised because everybody that has advertised on this event, I have been communicating with them behind the scenes and discovered that they are seeing the same thing that I was seeing I would share this post, over 3,000 followers on our page, and nobody was seeing what was going on. Nobody was being reached. When 200 people this post reached, and that was it. And that's really, really sad. But if, say, PBS decided to go ahead and say something about this that was going on, it would have reached tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of people, where this post goes absolutely nowhere. They want to make sure Alaskans didn't know about this event going on here today. Just like the Freedom Rally that is going on this Saturday, I'm hoping to be able to make that one also. That one, I believe, is starting in Eagle River. I'll be posting on it here later today, when and where and what time. And it's supposed to start at Cabela's. There's another rally that is going on this Sunday at Providence Hospital for the father that has still only been allowed to see his daughter for 1 hour before they kicked him out and said that you're not allowed to go in and see your daughter in the intensive care area again. All I can say is I'm getting drenched, I'm soaked. I'm sure you all heard about Breonna Taylor and the verdict that came out yesterday from the judge, how there was wanton endangerment, that was charges against one police officer. Just so we're all clear on that subject there, he was charged because his bullets went into the adjoining apartments to hers. Had nothing to do with what had happened inside of that building. If her boyfriend wouldn't have shot the police, she would still be alive today. It is sad and unfortunate that she lost her life. I really do feel sympathy for her family and the life that was lost that day. But my sympathy only goes so far. When you are a criminal, you are supporting criminals, you're running with the wrong type of people, you're out there, you rent a vehicle back in 2016, and the vehicles, as her testimony goes, was stolen from her, and there's a homicide victim found inside of it. And she lost her job, her nursing job that she had back in 2016. Don't believe the mainstream media saying that she was changing her life when her death happened. She was not changing her life. In fact, she was doing multiple visits to her ex-boyfriend in prison, all caught on tape, all was recorded, all verifiable, that she was in the middle, directly in the middle of all the drug trades for meth, crack cocaine, and all the different kinds of drugs that are plaguing our cities. How many different people did those drugs kill out there? The warrant that was issued was not for the wrong address like the mainstream media wants to claim. They had the correct address. They had been doing an investigation on her and all her drug fiend friends, that she calls them. For many years prior to this ever happening, though they did not find any drugs while they were there, that does not mean that she was not guilty. I am so sick and tired of the violence, the drug dealers, the violent criminals, black on black crime, where they go and shoot each other, and Black Lives Matters can care less about their own kind killing themselves. But they'll go and riot in the streets over George Floyd, who overdosed on fentanyl. Coroner's report shows that there was absolutely no damage around his neck that would have caused him to die the way he died. Yes, I do think it was wrong for the police officers, once he quit moving, to continue to keep holding him down like that. That was very, very wrong on their part. But his death was not their fault. They did not shove that fentanyl down his throat. They did not cause him to have his overdose. They did not cause him to stop breathing. Why wouldn't they release the cam footage of what happened prior to everybody seeing what that knee on the neck? Because they wanted these riots to happen. They wanted our cities to burn. anything and anything to try to push the far left agenda, they will do it. When you got Democrats openly funding, like our very own Elisa Galvin, Tobin, everybody out there, here's where you go to get bailed out of jail for rioting and looting and burning things down and killing people. We got Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, both of them donating to bail these crooked criminals out of jail. Now I'm starting to see what I expected to see. Thank you all for joining us here today. We're on the corner of Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're at the Back the Blue rally, showing our love and support for our APD, our men and women in blue, our VPSOs that all have a thankless job, our Alaska State Troopers, and all the police departments and sheriffs throughout the United States of America. We here in Alaska have your back. Most of the people that had shown up here earlier had already started to leave. It is just one dreary, wet day out here. I am amazed at the amount of people that did show up here today. It is absolutely phenomenal. I have been asking everybody that had posted on this, including Fox News, and contacted the person that had reported this and asked them how far did their Back the Blue rally post go? How many people did it reach? Guess what, folks? I've got 3,000 plus followers and it only reached 200 people. Fox News, only a little over 1,000 people did their post reach. Let me tell you, they have close to 50,000 followers on our Alaskan Fox News station's site, and it only reached 1,000 people. If that isn't evidence enough that Facebook is doing everything in their power to shut down these kind of feeds, these kind of events, these kind of posts, that should answer it all for you right there. I am going to do one last walk through here through my crowd that's still here. Come on down. We're here at Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We'll be here until about 6:30 tonight. Please come on down. If not, don't forget to like and share this. Alaskans need to see we support our men and women in blue, our fire departments, everybody that does a thankless job in Alaska. Those who are being vilified on a daily basis.
Trying to play with us. Ever since you got a badge, people want to hate on you. Everybody saying that the police, but they the first ones to call what is really to
How you doing today, Maria?
I was in the emergency room 2 days ago with appendicitis. I've been sick for like 2 months and I didn't know it. Because I didn't have health insurance before. Now I do. They appreciate me now.
Well, good thing they didn't try to spin it as you had something else.
No, this is going to air tomorrow. I mean, it's going to have to, but no, it's like I'm not going to not talk.
And speaking of Fox News, ABC, CW, that's Maria Athens right there. She has showed up out here, running just a little bit behind for the Back the Blue rally. I was just quoting here just a little bit ago about their reach. They had posted on this event, showing that it was going on. And obviously, you know, by the amount of the people that turned out to this, I've heard over and over and over again that nobody out there even knew this event was going on here today. My own post, their posts, other people that had posted on this, all reporting the same thing, that the amount of people that they said saw it. Oh, that is awesome. Again, we're at the We Back the Blue rally. This is slowly starting to wind itself up here tonight. So if you're just joining us, this is the Back the Blue rally here in Anchorage, Alaska. We support our police, our APD, our VSPOs, our Alaska State Troopers, our support for all the men and women throughout the United States that do a thankless job. I'm sure you heard about the couple of officers that were shot last night during the rioting, looting, and violent, mostly peaceful protests that they were describing over the verdict of Breonna Taylor coming out last night. It is absolutely sad that that is what has happened. Can't forget about the 2 police officers in California that were ambushed and shot. Thank God neither one of them lost their lives, because we have lost quite a few men and women in blue this year due to these violent riots and protests that have been going on throughout our cities and our states. We've got people like Mayor Ethan Berkowitz, who supports this happening. He would rather not show up to this.
I'm going to interview you. You can record it.
I'm going to be interviewed, and I'm going to record myself being interviewed here. So if you contact, if you can be on Fox News, go and look at their site. You got Newsnet, ABC Alaska. It'll be on
Fox,
tomorrow.
ABC, CW, Newsnet Alaska. Who's laughing now? Who's the ghetto channel now? Not us. Okay. Oh, you're so smart. Wait, I want to be on this side to show this. I'm going to be on this side because I want this to show. So you're going to be on that side.
Okay.
What? Can I turn that shit off for 5 minutes? Okay. On today.
We're here at the in Anchorage on Northern Lights and New Seward Highway. We're here for the Back the Blue rally. We're here to show support for our men and women in blue that do a thankless job on a daily basis. A lot of us are out here because we feel that they don't get the things that they deserve. We consistently, on a consistent basis, watch them being demonized for doing the job that they do out there. We have a mayor here in Anchorage, an assembly that's working that is working very, very hard to do everything they can to pass ordinances that are going to try to hamstring our police department from being able to do their job. Ultimately, one day it's going to end up costing them their lives.
You know, I'm a one-man band. I do it all. This started at 4:30. I didn't get here till about 5:50. There's not a lot of people here, and it's barely misting.
Well, if you were able to get here a little while earlier, there was about good 30 people that had shown up for this. this event was advertised on several different pages out there, like your own, I believe. And but we discovered that these posts did not go out and reach anybody. Facebook did a very good job of making sure this event got squelched and did not get propagated out there. I myself, a little over 3,000 followers on my page, and it only reached 200 people. And so that's really disgusting statistics when you look at it, when only 200 people get to see and hear what is going on out there.
Perfect. Hold on, I'm gonna go get my phone. I wanna take a picture. So I can see. You watch this for a second.
If you're all just tuning in, I was just having an interview with Maria Athens with Fox News, CW, ABC News Network. They are out here today. They showed up a little bit late, so they didn't get to see the crowd. Most of the people that were out here today left a little while earlier because it is cold and wet, and I'm one of those true Alaskans. It could be pouring down rain and I would still be out here filming this event. I really do appreciate everybody that is tuning in right now. Do not forget to like and share this video. Facebook did a very good job of making sure this event didn't reach anybody. They didn't want people to know that we were out here to back our police department and show our support for our APD, our VPSOs, our Alaska State Troopers, our men and women in red working for our medical and fire departments that are out there.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Okay, are you guys live? What am I doing? No. Just pretend like I'm still interviewing him and get my shoes in it. Ready? So what do you think?
I think about everything. I really do hope that we can be able to get more support out here on a daily basis for our men and women in blue.
Okay, perfect. No, I don't want to interview. What did I say?
We're social distancing. Come on, tell me, most of these people belong to the exact same families. We're out here on a daily basis every week with different events that are going on. Why should we be wearing masks when myself, I'm in the middle of hundreds and thousands of people on a weekly basis. When I'm doing different events, I'm going to the different rallies around our state. I'm seeing things that are going on. I have yet to meet a single person that has caught COVID that has been at any of these rallies and events that are going on around our state. I do not dismiss anybody that wants to wear a mask. My own kids wear a mask. They insist upon it. I go anywhere with them, they immediately put a mask on when they go and enter a grocery store and so on and so forth. But that's not why we're here. We're here for the Back to Blue rally. Thank you all for joining us here today. I'm going to flip this back around. Got just a handful of people still left out here today. Really do appreciate you guys all tuning in. And I am going to switch back over to my other microphone so that my wireless one here doesn't get soaking wet. Hopefully you got to hear the whole thing for our interview there. And that will be on Fox News and the other news network channels starting tomorrow night. Maria Athens there, who just did the interview with me. Maria, she's just like I am, but works for a bigger network, much bigger network. She is also a one-person show, does it all. So if you happen to be on the internet, you've got access to the web, go to politidic.com, donate. Every little bit goes right back into improving my content. You saw the camera that she was filming with me on there. I am looking at purchasing one of those. That camera is phenomenal. That camera will have the ability to be able to live stream to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Parler, any network out there, Instagram, all at the exact same time. That way, no matter what your preferred media is, you will be able to find it there. I am going to go ahead and cut this video off right here. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in today. Again, go to politidic.com, go click that donate button, Every penny that I get goes right back into the content. We also have Make Alaska Great Again hats for sale. I'm sure you saw them here just a little bit ago on the top of my head. Private message me. I'm more than happy to ship them on out to you. If you're in the local area, Anchorage, Eagle River, the Valley, just let me know. I can always meet up with you as I'm doing my busy work day that actually pays the bills. Again, thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for being here. Have a great evening.